the PRC in the coming days as promised. In an interview with One News The Chiefs, Gordon said Giran might be too scared of possible investigations.
No, bakit tayo nagdo-tolerate ng mga mahihina sa gobyerno? The law says they must pay. If they do not pay, then change him. If he cannot handle it, change him. Hindi naman tayo nagbibilit eh. If they want to test elsewhere, sinasabi ni Secretary Roque yan, kaya namin ibigay sa private sector. All right, sige, ibigay nyo na.
PhilHealth has earlier vowed to settle its over 1 billion pesos debt but has so far only made an initial payment of 500 million pesos. With this, Gordon urged the agency to show good faith in settling the remaining balance for continuous COVID-19 testing.
You know, contract is a meeting of minds and it is based on trust and good faith. Once somebody is trying to violate that contract, we have our own recourses. I'm a lawyer, I don't want to go to a court suit, but certainly, I'm also a senator and I'm not saying magkamali kayo dyan. Talagang aararuhin ko yung PhilHealth para malaman lahat ang kalokohan ninyo dyan.
For its part, Malacanang expressed confidence that the embattled agency will stand by its promise. Spokesman Harry Roque said the PRC can count on a sovereign guarantee from no less than the President.
Kampante naman po tayo na since it was no less than the President that said that the Philippine government will pay, ano pa ba ho ang hihingin pa ng PRC, no? Yan po ay sovereign guarantee from the mouth of the President himself.
Thousands of repatriated OFWs bore the brunt of the PRC's decision to halt its PhilHealth-charged COVID-19 tests. The impasse came amid the unfolding of the rampant corruption in PhilHealth. The investigation resulted in the suspension of some of its executive officers and personnel. In a statement, Giran acknowledged this while assuring members and stakeholders that services will continue unhampered. One News tried to reach out to PhilHealth for its response to Gordon's latest pronouncements, but the agency said they will have to wait for the result of the meeting. For News 5, Camille Samonte, we are One News.
An executive order placing a price cap on COVID-19 swab tests is now up for signature of President Duterte. In his briefing today, Palace spokesperson Harry Roque said the executive secretary has already completed the paperwork. Roque, however, refused to disclose the recommended price range of the tests and other details stated under the EO.
Dahil nga po ito ay decision ng Presidente, I cannot preempt the decision of the President. From all indications, mukha naman pong magkakaroon ng price cap.
Meanwhile, the Health Department reported over 1,700 new COVID-19 infections on Thursday. That brings the case tally to almost 377,000, nearly 40,000 of which are still active. The virus took the lives of 33 patients overnight, pushing the death toll to more than 7,000. Some 329,000, meanwhile, have gotten better from the disease, with 740 new recoveries for today. Malacanang orders the Foreign Affairs Department to proceed with its investigation into the recalled Filipino ambassador for alleged maltreatment. Palace spokesman Harry Roque said President Duterte will issue a memorandum on the matter. He said it's up to the DFA to determine the appropriate sanctions against Ambassador to Brazil Marichu Mauro. The diplomat was recalled after footage of her maltreating her Filipino house help made the rounds online. Foreign Affairs Secretary Teodoro Locsin Jr. earlier said that Mauro could face administrative and criminal charges.
Yung mabilisan pong pag-authorize ng DFA na imbestigahan si Ambassador Mauro, indicative na kinakailangan bigyan ng katarungan yung naging biktima ng karahasan na kasambahay na kababayan natin.
Senator Cynthia Villar remains the richest in the upper chamber. Based on the Senator's 2019 Statements of Assets, Liabilities, and Net Worth, or SALN, Villar has around 3.8 billion pesos in net worth. Second on the list is Senator Manny Pacquiao with 3.5 billion pesos. He's followed by Senate President pro tempore Ralph Recto with a net worth of over 500 million pesos. And at the bottom of the list are Senators Bongo, Risa Ontiveros, and Laila de Lima. Their net worth declarations amount to 18 million pesos, 16 million pesos, and 8 million pesos respectively. Over at the House of Representatives, minority lawmakers have also issued copies of their SALNs. Bayan Muna representatives Carlos Zarate, Ferdinand Gaite, and Eufemia Culyamat urged their fellow congressmen to do the same. We'll be back with more stories after a quick break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Charles Lejano. The MRT3 has replaced its old rails and overhauled some train coaches. With this, passengers can expect faster travel time beginning next month. Gerard de la Peña has the details.
For the first time in 6 years, the MRT3 management on Thursday tried to run its trains at 50 kilometers per hour. The move came after the old rails were completely replaced by new ones under its rehabilitation project. The Transportation Department said the new train speed will be implemented on November 3, noting that it will be eventually increased to 60 kph.
Kaya nga may mga simulation yan bago yan i-implement para ma-check natin kung may mga technical issues pa. So far, wala kami nakukuha.
Kapati said passengers will benefit from the initiative as it will lead to shorter queues and faster travel time.
Maraming mga pasahero ang maisasakay. Iikli ang oras ng paghihintay ng mga mananakay natin sa istasyon.
The MRT3 management has also overhauled 3 train coaches, while 9 others are already being worked on at the depot.
Makikita ninyo, wala ka nang mararamdaman na vibration. Kasi nga, complemented ng bagong release at the same time, bagong overhaul na bagon.
Despite the looming increase in ridership, the MRT3 management vowed that COVID-19 protocols will remain in place. It also reminded the public that the rail line will be closed on October 31 until November 2 for maintenance works. For News 5, Gerard de la Peña, we are One News.
Thousands of Maynilad consumers will experience water service interruptions starting next week. The water concessionaire cites a facility upgrade. JC Cosico reports.
Mila Bursa usually does her laundry on Sundays. This time, she has no choice but to do it on a weekday. The resident of Barangay Molino 1 in Bacoor, Cavite is among those affected by the water service interruption, which will start on November 1. She has also stored water ahead of time.
Hindi baling maanuhan ka ng ilaw, at least meron, pag mawala ng ilaw, magagamitan mo ng kandila or kung may gas. Ang tubig ang pinaka-importante sa lahat.
Salon owner Jessica Maturan is also worried, especially as her business relies a lot on water supply. She said she has not even recovered from her losses due to the pandemic.
Wala pa rin client ang mga salon ngayon. Tapos dadagdag pa yung water na ngayon na mawawala na naman kami ng tubig. Malaking kawalan sa amin yun.
As for this laundry shop, the personnel will have to work extra hours to accommodate their customers.
Tanggap lang po kami ng tanggap pag may dadating pong customer. Tapos po pag nagkatubig, saka po namin isasalang sa machine po.
In a statement, Maynilad has apologized for the inconvenience, citing a facility upgrade. The West Zone concessionaire said it will improve the earthquake resiliency of its Pagcor pumping station in Barangay Tambo, Parañaque. Customers in some ports of Cavite and Las Piñas will experience hours of water interruption from November 1 to 21. Some ports of Las Piñas will have low water pressure to no water supply from 1 p.m. to 12 midnight. The same goes with Bacoor, but from 5 a.m. to 2 p.m. Maynilad said around 140,000 households will be affected. It added that 30 water tankers are on standby to deliver water in affected areas as needed. It has also advised customers to store water while supply is still available. Maynilad has assured the residents that water supply will be back to normal on November 22. For News 5, JC Cosico, We Are One News.
U.S. President Donald Trump says there will be no Christmas should his Democrat rival Joe Biden win the presidential race. Speaking at his campaign rally in Goodyear, Arizona, the Republican leader lashed out at Biden, who maintains a small lead in the state. This comes less than a week before the U.S. presidential polls. A record 70 million Americans have so far cast their ballots in what's considered to be the highest early voter turnout in recent history. Observers have attributed this to massive opposition to Trump's handling of the COVID-19 pandemic.
If you vote for Biden, it means no kids in school, no graduations, no weddings, no Thanksgiving, no Christmas, and no 4th of July together.
For more updates, visit News 5, the Philippine Star, and Business World online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. And you can also catch One News on the Signal Play app. Register for a free account now at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. I'm Charles Lejano. We are One News.